Wake up! It's now. That phrase leapt out at me, just as it leapt out to you, when I read it in Thich Nhat Hanh's obituary, a famous activist, Buddhist, who died at the age of 95 a couple of weeks back. And it spurred me to read more of his materials and his teachings. And he has a remarkable way of pointing out how enamored we are of the future, how we are infatuated with a future that rips us out of the present moment, that we're somewhere else. Our mind is somewhere else, our heart is somewhere else, and we are not now, right now. And that future can inspire us, certainly, but it can also fill us with anxiety, fill us with an awareness that we are not in control. It can fill us with kind of a precarious spirit about who we are and what we are supposed to be doing. But being truly present brings joy. I was thinking, I illustrate this. You know, imagine a beautifully wrapped present, and that is the gift of today. Would you all today agree that today is a gift? Yeah. Okay. And that gift comes to us. We take it and we say, I'll open it tomorrow. But you can't open it tomorrow. You can only open it today. The gift of today, of now. And this gospel story today is so perfect because here we see people who are saying it's not the time. It's not yet how we envision this happening. I love the fact, we visited this a couple Sundays ago, how Jesus was thinking of the future at the wedding. And it was his mother that said, now's the time. Do your first miracle now. Make some wine. Turn water into wine. So the entire movement of good news is a disruption of the way we think about the present as not yet perfect for our happiness. It's not yet perfect for our joy. It will come someday down the future in some way, shape, or form. And so they were not ready for the now. And they rejected that sense that this was the time for God to be present, is present to us. Help us to slow down and perceive that that is the reality of it. Joy is now. You think about it, if I ask myself, how good am I at living in the present? Why do I think I'm going to be joyful some other time? As if I could live into that present. So the discipline and the spiritual work is now. Finding that mindfulness that really opens up our gratitude, our peace, and our awareness of God's goodness and work in our lives. Today, we mark a new year with reports and voting in new leaders. Well, we thank those who served so profoundly over the last year. And you just read those reports. I hope you all take the time to do it if you haven't already done so. Because the amount of time, energy, the amount of talent, the amount of faith exerted in 2021 was evidence that St. John's did not take the attitude that, well, this isn't the time. This isn't the time to be thinking this way, be thinking big, be opening ourselves up to new possibilities. But that is what these reports are filled with. An amazing amount of moving forward and rejecting the idea that, well, maybe there's a better time to be doing this. So the challenge remains, however. Will we sink into a someday mentality? Will we put off something that we know we are called to do because we fear a kind of poverty in the future? It's a not yet, rather than a right now. And what about you? Is there something you're putting off? You're saying there might be a better time for this, even though it's so compellingly clear. There's something you need to do, something you yearn to do. The Spirit of the Lord is on me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. This is the year of the Lord's favor. Say it with me. This is the year of the Lord's favor. One more time. This is the year of the Lord's favor. Today, this scripture has been fulfilled in your hearing.